Right guys, another job I want to do. If you look at my back wheels, I don't know if you guys can see that near side rear one and the offside one. So both wheels basically, instead of sitting sort of straight, are kicking. So the camber's out. And that will be because I had to undo that to change those arms and stuff. So I need to pull those wheels back in because it's not a race car. It doesn't need camber like that. And he's no good because it'll wear the tyre, the inside of the tyre. And on those tyres, you really don't want to be wearing them. Let me see if I can get a bit closer so you can see a bit better. Just want to show you there. Right, so maybe it's easy if I come around. Let me show you what I mean. If you look at this tyre should be sitting flat. If you look, he's sitting like this. He's not sitting like this. So why won't I make it sit like this? So I've got half the tyre on the road, half the tyre not really. Which is all right if you're cornering. It'll put it down there. It will. It will spread that tyre down onto the ground. So as you corner, it will push that tyre in. But like I said, it's not a race car. It doesn't go on a racetrack. It doesn't need to be like that. BMW X5s, they're probably the worst. If you get behind a BMW X5, have a look. You'll see that their wheels sort of sit out. It's because of the bushing. It needs pulling back in. We don't run like this on the road. There's no need. When you see these cars that are, like negative camber like this, and they're running on just that piece of the tyre, it's just a visual thing. It's not doing anything. But yeah, and I don't want my tyres like that because it'll run those two first treads there. It'll pretty much run those out before it even touches those. So we want a nice even spread. So I've got to adjust this. To adjust it, I've got to go underneath, loosen it, and then adjust it. I'm going to try and do it while the wheel's on because it'll be easier and visually easier for me to see it. So I can get that. It's not so bad on the offside. That's the near side. If you look at that, you can see it's pretty flat because I did mark them, but I must have gone out on that side. And I only noticed it the other day because I was coming back and I walked behind the car and I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, this side's pretty much there, to be fair. You can see how much tyre's on the ground. I mean, bearing in mind it's sitting up on that lip there, but is that side, the near side, that is the one that I want to focus on to pull it in. Otherwise I am going to wear my tyres pretty quick as well. Because you've got to imagine all the weight's got to be on two lots of tread instead of spreading it across the load across the whole tyre. So if you don't know about obviously cambers and stuff, that's what it's for. Race cars, you'll see they'll run like a camber, like they'll run. It's because in straight lines there's less tyre, less friction. On corners that comes into effect and it pushes the load, so they get the tyre back basically in corners. Not that I fucking told you guys before, I'm nothing special, I'm just a guy, but I do know a little bit about motors. Yeah, I just want the tyre to sit more like this one, so he's more flat on the road and not kicking, so that I'm running those treads away, because it will. And yeah, it's not worth it. So let's get this side up. See if we can get that wheel to sit flat, because it's absolutely not. So I'm just wondering if I can do it without taking the wheel off, but I might have to pop the wheel off, undo it, then put the wheel back on. Because once I jack it up, once you jack a car up, the wheel's going to drop anyway. It's going to probably drop in, because there's nothing to stop it dropping back in. But yeah, but the toe, now if it was the toe, the wheel would be this way, okay? It'd be doing this. We didn't touch that, so we know we're all right there. Without getting a full wheel alignment, we'll never know 100%. I've ordered an alignment kit actually, but the problem is it's going to take a month to get here. So I just fancy doing it myself really. I'm just not trusting of these garages, as I said in my previous video about, these garages. I'm just not trusting of anybody really like that. I fucking hate it when I have to take my car anywhere, even for an MOT. But, normally I stay with it. But yeah, let's try and get this wheel flat, if you like. So she's sitting flat rather than kicking. All right. That's camber, by the way. tow the wheel, like I said, the wheel would be doing this. And you'll know on your front, normally if your car's pulling left or right, you might want an alignment, but it could be, you know, your tyre could be out of shape. But if he's pulling left or right, normally I would go and get an alignment check on it. It's normally that. But yeah, thankfully, when I did those track rod ends on this, I knocked my steering wheel out, because obviously I put the track rod ends on, they didn't tally up right, so I've checked them, my wheels are dead on. Well, I use the tape measure basically, because I haven't got that alignment. I just don't want to put this fucking car in a garage for them to just scam me. I've put I had an Insignia, Vauxhall Insignia, and I put it in 3 times into National Tyres, and 3 times it came out and still did the same fucking thing. And they said, oh no, we've aligned it. And I said, well, you haven't. Oh, and I had 2 tyres done over there as well. And I got fucking 65 mile an hour, my fucking steering wheel shaking. I just, honestly, I'm so distrusting. I hate it. I hate having to take my car to a garage, knowing that I can do these things if I just had the tools. So I've ordered tools to do these things. I'm getting to the point in life now where every penny counts, you know, retirements. I want to retire at 60 if I can, but, you know, I've got 9 years. I just want to save every penny I can, and working on my own car saves a hell of a lot. So, but yeah, let's get this as lined up if we can. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Obviously, I can see from my eyes, but I'm not sure if you guys can see. This fucking camera's probably the wrong way around, really. But from when I'm stood here looking at the car, you could probably see, sorry, I'm shaking a little bit. You could probably see from there. So my wheel's sitting like this instead of sitting like this. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm just trying to show you guys what I'm seeing. You know, these videos are probably fucking useless to you lot, but I do them for a bit of fun, as you know. But yeah, visually I can see my wheel is sitting on the piss. So, like I said, I want to try and pull it so it's straight. At the moment, the top's in, the bottom's out. So, like I say, the alignment needs doing on that, or the camber, should I say? The camber needs doing. So, all right, let me put the camera back at the back. Okay, that's probably a better example. Now you can see how she's sitting. So I've jacked that up so the weight's off it. So this has done what I said it would do. But yeah, there you go. So you can actually see how my tyre's sitting. Yeah, not sitting how it should be, is it? So let's get that adjusted. I don't know if I can get in there to do it, but all right, let me pause this up. Yeah, so if you're seeing there, obviously that's the new lower arms I put on. It's been out on the road since, so it's going to get dirty. But I marked it red paint over there on that bolt, and I'm just slightly out, so obviously didn't get it back in 100% how it was. So that's what I've got to adjust. Basically, I've got to adjust. Right, yes, I've got to adjust this to get this to move in and out, which pushes the wheel. As you can see, what's going on. Right, just wanted to show you that so you understand what's going on. Oh yeah, and I did have to take the wheel off. Right, I think I can do this while you guys can see that wheel move. Let's push you over a little bit, hang on. Right, when I adjust this, you'll see that wheel drop. I'll adjust it again and then you'll see it move again. Hopefully I can keep my head out of the way for you. So I'll just do a few turns just to show you what it moves. You see it drop in? You see that dropping in? You see that? Now you can see it moving back out again. And then drops back in. Just trying to find my marks that I had originally. Well, it's pushing it out, and then obviously this is dropping. So I'm out there. Just trying to pick up on my original marks, which looks like I'm there now. Right, let's have a look. Bearing in mind the car's in the air, so we're going to look a little bit different. It's not as deep as it was before, is it? We're looking there. I was just out on the marks I made, the original marks I made before I took that lower arm off. I'm spot on now there. That doesn't look nowhere near as bad as it did. So obviously it's kicking it here and here, so yeah. Look, I can cut myself. There we go, sitting much flatter now. Slightly, I'll tell you, slightly out, no more than the other side. It's, yeah, that's better. I'm happy with that. Got more tread on the road now. Yeah, I've had a look down the side. It's hard for you guys to see, but I've had a look down the side and that looks a lot better. I was just out when I must have put that bolt in, and the adjustment was just out. So thankfully I did make those marks when I took that all apart the night before, but I was just out slightly. But now you can see, obviously, you can see that it's more flat to the ground. We're not just sitting up on this edge anymore. Yeah, another little job done. I've got it right the first time, I won't have to do it again, would I? But hey, you know what? I could have just knocked it out when I tightened the other nut up. But I'm happy with that now, it looks much better. Let's have a look further back. Oh yeah, that's much better. I don't know if you guys could see, but it's hard, isn't it, with the camera, because it doesn't pick everything up. But that looks a lot better. Like I said, it kicks it sort of this way a little bit, and this way a little bit. So, but you've got your tow bar there as well. It's not tow bar as in toe, but you adjust your toe in and out. So, yeah, but anyway, that's sitting a lot better now. Yeah. Yeah, failing that, you know, it's one of them. If it doesn't seem right or something feels out, then it would have to go to a garage, because I don't have the tools here at the moment. Like I said, I've ordered a kit so I can do these jobs myself, but I fucking don't want to go to a garage. Just don't trust them. I really don't. But there you go, guys. Hopefully that shows you how you get that back like that on your 986 Porsche anyway. But bear in mind, it will kick this way and slightly this way, so you've got to make sure that you're spot on. I previously marked it, so it wasn't a big issue for me, but you do have marks on there, and I'm sure there'll be a book that will tell you, you know, what notches, what degree in or out you need to be. But yeah, there you go, another one done, or another little job done. Still more jobs to do.